Hey guys, Fire here, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out the Smurfs Village Party. This game is developed by Bailo Studio and published by Microids, and it's currently available in the Xbox Store. Unfortunately, I don't know the price yet for the game, as I tried to get it and they didn't share it with me, so at the end I'll kind of let you know what I think should be a decent price for the game. Game features a couple different modes, but what we're going to probably focus on, and I'm going to show you today, is Smurf them all. But the biggest mode here is the Adventure mode. The Adventure mode basically has you going through the Smurfs village, completing little quests, finding and gathering things, building your own house, and basically getting to explore and experience all the mini games that the game has to offer. As you go around quests, you're going to unlock new abilities to do different things, complete the little mini games, and you have a nice little handy compass to kind of guide you along the way. Now, I don't want to go too far into this. This has a lot of content here, so you'll be able to play quite a bit. It's probably what you'll be playing for the most part. As you can see, tons of missions. The game provides different things that you can do and collect, treasures you can hunt for, various costumes, and all kinds of different Smurfs that you'll meet all throughout your gaming experience. But what I want to show off a little bit is what I think most people are probably going to play the most, and that's going to be the mini games. The mini games are played through either challenge mode where you can practice them, or Smurf them all where you just get to play a set amount of mini games and compete locally. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have online multiplayer, and I feel like if it did, it would add so much more to the game. But it does have AI that vary at different difficulties if you don't have people to play with to kind of experience and run through the game. The mini games are kind of like a Mario Party-esque kind of style. They're all very unique and actually pretty fun for what the game has to offer. The rules teach for each of them is pretty simplistic, and the game walks you through everything quite easily. They'll be challenging, they're going to be a little difficult, they're going to be frustrating, but for the most part, they're going to be a fun overall experience while you sit and go through and play all, I believe it's about 50 of them, so it's quite a bit of amazing content that you get to experience and get to kind of enjoy along the way. I think for me, what I really like is just the diversity in the mini games. The adventure mode's actually kind of fun. It does kind of get a little boring at times though when you have to traverse long distances that just seem almost monotonous at times, but you will be able to kind of squeeze your way and get through those without too much effort, and it is kind of a fun way to experience the mini games, although I think it does kind of lose its luster and kind of burns its welcome side and enjoyment out of the minigame as you kind of progressively get further and further into the adventure mode and kind of more steered toward this style of content with the game. Don't get me wrong, the adventure mode is great and it's probably going to be perfect for younger kids or anybody who's really a fan of the Smurf games, but I think the meat and potatoes of where the game's longevity is going to last is where you get to play these competitive minigame features against other players. Now, I do wish that this game had these ability to play online multiplayer. I think that would add so much content to the game and kind of increase the longevity of what you get to experience, being able to play with other people online, as I feel like, I always say this, the lack of online support in so many games I feel like is mildly kind of lackluster, especially in today's society when most games get to experience that online capability. Now, visually, the game looks great. It's a perfect homage to the Smurfs. It feels like you're diving into the cartoons back when they first came out decades ago, and I honestly don't know if they still make new ones. I would kind of think so, especially if we're getting new Smurf games, that there's probably new content and stuff within the game. I do love the game does have its diverse achievements, although most of the achievements are going to be tied into the minigame modes. There are some that tie to the stories and different collectibles as well, so a lot of encouraging content there for you to kind of dive into while you are playing, which is nice to see. Now, I do want to just kind of showcase a little bit of how many minigames there are in the here for you. The diversity is great. Also, additionally, the soundtrack for the game is solidly on point. There's so much stuff here for you to kind of explore and experience along the way that it's just packaged in such a good amount of content. Now, not knowing the price for the game, I feel like for what you're getting here, if this game comes anywhere around like the $30 or $40 price point, it's great. The biggest detractor for me is just the lack of online support, which I think would just add the Smurf them all and party modes just a little bit more enjoyability and bang for your buck. But what's here is great. I think the Smurfs Village Party is perfect for any family or anyone who loves the Smurfs. I think you'll have a great time in that adventure mode, as well as playing additional other content. Again, the only real detractor for me is the lack of online support for, you know, the Smurf them all mode. But hey, maybe that'll come in the future. There are a little bit of accessibility stuff here, but not a whole heck of a lot. So that's kind of there. I would love to know what you guys think of my review down below in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Is Smurfs Village Party a game you might consider checking out? As always, thanks for checking out my channel, and I hope to see you again soon.